It's a long, bumpy road to Kulene, leaving plenty of time for me to reflect on why we were there. It had taken years for us to get this far. I had dreamed of this moment. Finally, we would be able to meet the people and see the faces of families that I would grow to love, even though we had never met. Mostly, I was here because of the children, to see their innocent faces and to be able to do something, to be able to help. Kulene is an area development program in Mozambique that my husband Don and I are a major donor for. We're partnering with World Vision to positively impact children and families who live here. The women and children who greet us have waited for hours, yet we are greeted with enthusiastic, smiling, shining faces. They sing and dance barefoot on the dusty ground. They know who we are and why we are there. We are all deeply moved by the tour of the school, an empty grass hut. How can children learn in conditions like this? There are no school supplies whatsoever, only a makeshift school bell for those close enough to hear it. We tour the new well that World Vision has built. You have no idea how I felt to have a mother say to me, "Thank you for the well. Now I don't have to worry that my children will die of waterborne diseases." That's a moment I will never forget, a defining moment in my life. That is why we are here. I couldn't help but cry when I heard the song they had written for us as we were leaving. The whole visit was far too short. The best part, by far, was talking to the people and playing with the children and meeting the mothers and families who are so loving and kind and happy and welcoming to us. We're happy to share it with our good friends, Brian and Laura Coones.
I'm really humbled by their strength. It's amazing how people have such a positive attitude despite the lack of material things. I've never seen more smiles, I don't think, in such a short period of time.
The whole trip, right from the beginning, from the first time I got to interact with people right to the end, the whole experience was just amazing, amazing.
The next day, we were able to tour another area development program called Kulene. World Vision has been working here for about a decade. The success of the program is obvious. When we saw this school, it was in sharp contrast to the straw hut of Kulene. This one had desks, a floor, windows, school supplies, books, and children acting out drama skits to teach each other about HIV/AIDS.
I was really touched by the little boy, the orphan who lost his parents to HIV and was also HIV positive. When we left that site, I had a little bit of a meltdown. It was a lot, and you know, to see the little guy, you can see the pain in his eyes. I mean,
I heard he lives with his grandmother. He's 11 years old, and he's HIV positive. And I had a few encounters with him, and he never smiled once. And I wish I could make him smile.
It just makes me really appreciate what World Vision does in teaching awareness of HIV, and it's incredible to see the youth discuss it and do skits about it, and which seems to be a great way of conveying the message, because that should never happen to a child.
Artemisa is a mother of 7 children. She is HIV positive. Her husband has recently died of the disease. She and her 7 children used to live in this straw hut with holes in the walls and nothing on the floor. Through World Vision, Artemisa and her children now have a roof over their heads. They have mosquito nets to sleep under, dishes, livestock. This is something to aspire to.
But you could tell in talking to her that it changed her from a life of despair, which would have cascaded down to a life of despair for all of her children, to a life of hope, a life of community, and you can see the joy in the children, and it really gave them a hope for a reasonable future.
Another program we learned about is the Community Care Coalition, where women in the community volunteer and work with World Vision to identify and assist people in need. There was a fascinating initiative to give opportunity for community members to start their own businesses, to gain an understanding of finance, and to improve their lives through the basic principles of loans, interest, a social fund, using a lockbox, 3 locks, and plastic bowls. A dance party broke out when Dawn donated to the social fund. Visiting Chemulene showed us what is possible through the love of people like you. It's inspiring to see that through our support and the careful plan that World Vision has set out, there is positive change.
I'm just really impressed with the organization of the infrastructure of World Vision, to see how it really can make a difference when you empower people and give them some opportunity and education.
Every moment was unique, every interaction was unique. There were just a lot of moments touch me profoundly.
And you can see how you're helping communities and little children, and they're filled with so much joy and so much hope.
You absolutely can't turn your back on that. When you've seen it, that's it. You just really need to open your heart and not turn your back on these kids.
The small amount we can give makes such a huge difference in their lives.
This experience in Mozambique has been one that I will cherish in my heart for the rest of my life. And I'm hoping, if you're watching this, that you'll be able to share in the dynamic energy of this by really understanding what it is that World Vision does and how much help and how much good work they're doing for the people around the world.